And how's it going? This is Cross the Rubicon. Today is the 28th of March. Now, somewhere I've never been before. Obviously I'm back in New Zealand now. But today I'm in Ashburton. I'm just walking through the Ashburton domain. And quite surprisingly, it's really beautiful in here. Loads of duck ponds, loads of beautiful trees, Wellingtonias, sequoias. Honestly, it's just beautiful, ducks everywhere. But anyway, New Zealand. A few of the speakers at the events, protests if you like, have been leaned on by the government not to speak, not to use social media, and I don't know what kind of conditions they put on them, but they're not allowed to speak, and they're bringing in laws soon enough where you're not going to be able to live stream events like protests, like the one they had in Wellington over the past few weeks. This is a Wellingtonia, I think. It's a sequoia anyway. Yeah, and these people have been I'm going to say they've had their tongue cut out. Not in a literal sense, but they're prevented from speaking. But it just makes me wonder, because I've no doubt it's going to happen to me. I'm going to try to, at least. What kind of threats have the government made against individuals to scare them so much into silence? And what kind of country has New Zealand become if the government comes along and says to you, you carry on speaking the truth, which it is, and we will do you real damage, because that's what's happening here. And as you know, anybody with any sense of righteousness knows that that is wrong. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. And the funny thing is because the government, the Prime Minister, has paid the media in New Zealand with taxpayers' money to lie to the taxpayer. The majority of people in New Zealand, as in the rest of the world, believe everything the media tell them. That's how powerful the media is. And these nudge units, every Western country's got them, nudge units, psychologists that work for the government and how to manipulate the masses, how to make them think in a certain way. I've only been in the country, what, less than 48 hours. And I'm hearing some shocking stories. But nevertheless, I'm here. And no doubt they'll come for me. And make the same kind of gestures, if that's the right word. Threats is probably a better word. But I'm not planning on shutting up anytime soon. Just because we have a leader in New Zealand, the Prime Minister, that can't take criticism, because that's part of her ideology. And it's not going to get any better with the National Party either. What's his name? Christopher Luxon. It'll be much the same. National Party. They're just Labour number 2. Probably could be even worse. So no matter who you get now in New Zealand, come the next election, you're just going to get the same as what the Labour Party is now. So really, we better think on of how we're going to vote. And give people at least an ear that are standing up and saying what they've got to say, including myself, many others. Because we're not getting a fair go by the media. And the government are not going to allow us to get a fair go. Because what we say, if our words weren't twisted by the media, will resonate with a lot of people. And the government don't want that. Okay, this is Cross the Rubicon in this absolutely stunning park that I never even really knew existed. The Ashburton Domain. Please subscribe, leave a comment and share. See you later.